There we go. There we go. Well, good morning and thanks for dropping in. I'll tell you a little bit about this digital brochure that I've been using for years. And as I'm doing that, there's more people coming. So I'm actually a client of mine introduced me to this thing about a little over 2 years ago, and I started in December of 2020. So 2021 was my first year, and basically the long and the short of it is it's a platform that gives you unlimited URLs, literally. So I mean, it's used by people all over the place in different companies, different industries. But I thought it was perfect for me for real estate. So because I'm always giving the same information to people all the time. You know, if I'm on the phone with a buyer or a seller, or I've got a possible listing, a potential listing coming up, I like to send something to people right away. And so that's what I do is I send this to them. Now, it took me a little while to figure out the fastest way to send this, because the program comes with an app on your phone. So all the websites that you build, all the landing pages you build, you have them on an app. And so if you were talking to me and I wanted to send you my latest listing or some information on a listing, I would open the app, go to my sites, find the listing, copy the URL, and send it to you. And I probably did that for a year and a half or more, until finally one day my brain kicked in and I realized that I have an iPhone, so that you might still have to do something like that if you're an Android user, but if you're an iPhone user, you can bury all your URLs in quick text. And so that's what I do today. So like, for instance, if any of you were to text me and say, Ray, can you send me your brochure or send me information on a listing, I would open my phone and literally type in 3 or 4 letters, or the first few parts, the first numbers and street address of the listing, and boom, you'd have the whole thing. So let me tell you how this started. So when my early successes, like I get lots of successes now, but my early successes was, I'm talking to a lady one day. I hadn't talked to her for years, and she wasn't a past client of mine, but I knew her. She phones me up one day and she goes, Ray, I'm thinking about selling my multifamily building in this little town. Are you interested in coming to the coming and show me what you can do? I've already got 3 agents lined up and you'd be number 4. I said, absolutely. So make a long story short, I sent her I sent her exactly what I sent you guys, or what you saw on the, if we've been corresponding. And when I showed up for the meeting was like tour the property and then we were going to go talk. I said, but where's the other agents? She said, I canceled them. I said, you canceled them? She said, yeah, I read your stuff and I listened to your videos, and you can do it. So, you know, anytime I get my hands on something that cancels the other appointments of the other agents, I'm in. Some of you are muted, so if you're talking, I can't hear you unless you unmute yourself, but you need to unmute yourself to talk. I see lips moving, but anyway. So that's how I started with brochures. But then I went to, okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pop over and show you from a real, I'm going to share my screen now. I'll get back to the brochure in a second, but let me share my screen. Showing is better than telling, right? So can you see that? Can you see this? Can you see the screen with the websites on it?
Yes.
Yes.
So you see this website right here. Is a listing that I have. And I'm actually showing you the back side of the website, because we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So this is where I build a website. Like, I mean, I could show you the actual website that the people, you know, other people wouldn't see this, but the building part is on the left. So anytime I click here, it'll open up the building part. So for instance, I could change the image by just clicking that button. I could change the write-up by clicking in here. That's how easy it is. And when I'm done, I click OK. I click save. And all these buttons are the tools that we use to build it. So it's a drag and drop system. See, like this right here is a write-up, a bit of a write-up. And so what I did was, I'm using that write-up situation, and then I've got a text block, and I click that, and there's the text that you see on the screen, and I can cut and paste it from any place, or my assistant can. And the photo gallery is another block. There's actually a block called a photo gallery where you would just drag and drop all your pictures that you look at all the pictures I got in here. We could scroll here all day into the pictures because I got a lot of pictures there. And then videos. So I mean, I'm a firm believer in doing videos, and so every listing I have has got me doing a video, or every day I'm doing, videos are powerful. The moment you start using them, you'll realize that, and some of you probably do already. And if you've got a video on the property, you can drop that in there. So basically, there's a video button. See right here, you see that button right there? I would just drag that button over, and that's how easy it is. And URLs. So if like we had some virtual tours done on different parts of the property, because the property has a residence, it has a restaurant, it's got like a boutique hotel built into it. So I've got all these little videos buried in here for people to look at. And maps. The site's integrated with Google Maps. So, and in real estate, we need maps all the time. So all you do is drag the map icon and start typing in the address. Right here, you start typing in the address, the map will pop up, and then you could basically, this is the same map, but I've just zoomed in. You have the ability in your tools to zoom in to give a close up or give a far away look on the map. But while I'm talking about Google, I don't know if anybody does just listed or just sold cards, or you send stuff out to the neighborhood to let them know what you're doing when you're marketing a property. I do that. I still do that, but I do it with Google Ad Pins. So that property, or any property I want, I can drop an ad pin on the property, and I can spread it up to, they say you shouldn't spread it more than 30 kilometers. What's that in miles? 24 miles, something like that, 23 miles. You shouldn't spread it more than 23 miles, which is a lot, because if you're selling residential homes, the guys that are using this, that are doing residential, they won't even go 3 miles. They'll go 3 to 5 miles on the spread of their pins, and they're buying 10,000 pins. The site will sell you 10,000 pins for $50 a month. So then the pins, everything you put into the site has, meta tags, keywords, Google search words, and all that kind of stuff. So when you're building the site, you can put all that stuff in there, which will make the ad pins work better. But as soon as I started talking about building the site, so this is one of the first places I start with the site, and I fix all the website settings. So the website settings, when you go to type in what you're typing in, you can change now this isn't what people are going to see, but it's what Google is going to pick up. And this site, I haven't updated it because we didn't have AI when I first built the site. So if I wanted to now, I could just copy all that, and I could hit the AI button, and I could get them to write a description about this property in here, and it's connected to ChatGPT. I'm not going to do it, and it would completely change my write-up. So all my write-ups, both on the back end for meta tags and for the front end where the customers are going to see it, you can get AI to help you, because the site actually is integrated with ChatGPT. So the things you can do with the platform, to me, it's been unbelievable. And let me just go back. I'm going to go back now to my brochure, because that's why we were here. But I just wanted to show you. is that helpful? And that makes sense? Comments? Unmute yourself, say something.
No, all good.
Okay, my brochure.
So this thing can be done on RLP Sphere too, right?
You can, this is a standalone site, Kenmore.
Oh, okay.
This is a standalone site.
Yeah, that one is with the Royal LePage, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is a standalone site. So
Okay.
this brochure, like I said, I did the math the other day. In paid out commissions, this brochure has made me about $150,000 in 2 years. With me just sending it to people when they ask me. And I've hardly done any Google. I've done no Google ad pins with my personal brochure. I just do Google ad pins for anybody on the line that's a broker. I do Google ad pins with my recruiting brochure, which gives me like a steady lead amount of leads from potential realtors that might want to join us, right? So you can use it for that. But the secret to this brochure, okay, so the platform's great, but the secret to the brochure is me talking. So when you get here, you're gonna this is the back end, but no, you guys have seen the front end. Am I in the right brochure? I am in my company brochure. Give me a second. This is my personal brochure. I probably have 20 or 30 of these sites, or 40. I don't know how many I have, because I never take them down. For instance, when I sell something, I just come and open the site and put sold, what it's sold for, or maybe what it's sold for, and I leave it running because it's a URL, and so all the meta tags are still in place. So you're going to eventually get calls when people are doing searches in that neighborhood. So why would you take it down? So because you have unlimited sites. So this is my personal brochure. So my personal brochure is basically me dropping several videos in here, which most of you have seen this now. But that's the back end where I just simply, how I drop the video? Okay, let's click on this one like I'm going to edit it. And let's go over here on the left-hand side, and you'll see that I simply inserted the video, which is on YouTube or Vimeo. I copy the URL, stick it in there, go okay, the video is in there. That's how tough it is. And it's easy to train an assistant how to do it. So basically my brochure is me talking, because I've determined by what people say to me, by the public saying to me, Ray, I don't want to read your website. I barely read anyway. I don't even know how to read. Just right? I don't want to read. Just quickly tell me who, what's going on. I'm either gonna like you or not, right? And away I go. So that's the whole back end of the brochure. But if you have any pictures, any videos, any write-ups, any links, they can all be buried in here. So all these things on my brochure were properties I've sold in the past, or the kind of properties I sell. So I'm doing commercial, but if you're residential, my goodness, you put all your top, neighborhoods in here. You could actually set this thing up for residential realtors and you could have sections of your website where you have certain neighborhoods and some of the top homes in those neighborhoods that you've sold, right? So when people get it, they go, oh, this person sells wherever, whatever. Yeah. So that is how you build it. That's so the next question people ask, say, Ray, but what the heck does this cost? Let's get that up on the screen. We're back looking at me again. Okay. So you can buy it for as little as $82 a month with the AI. That's if you pay annually. And if you want to just try it out and pay monthly, it's 99 bucks a month. And they have a team of nerds that'll build your site for you. Okay. So you can sit there, and that's how I learned. I paid somebody like 25, 30 bucks an hour or a half hour, and they build me a site in a half hour. And then I realized what they were doing, and then it made it real easy for me to build a site real quickly as well. I'm just gonna say this, that for anybody that signs up and does it, I'll email the recording and a link to sign up, although there's a link in the chat. But you know, I don't want anybody to sign up just because you heard me talk. If it interests you, do it. But for anybody that signs up, I'll make your life real easy for you, because what I'll do is all the sites I've built that you can use. So like, for instance, some of my listing sites, like some of my residential listing sites, or even, you know, any of these any sites that look like a home or something like that, I will send you the template. And then all you have to do is change everything. Change my pictures, change my name, and because the site's already built, instead of starting from scratch. And it goes way faster. So what happens is, whenever I take a new listing, my assistant comes in. She says, okay, what's this listing like? Is it a business? What's it close to what I've done before? She'll duplicate what I've done before, and then just go in there and change the address, you know, give it a proper URL, the URL that matches that. And literally we can duplicate and change the site in less than 45 minutes. If I was building it from scratch, it'd probably take me an hour. But probably the biggest amount of work for most people is knowing where all their stuff is. You know, where's all your videos? Where's all your write-ups? Where's all your PDFs that you want to bury? Because you can bury PDFs in here. You can, I mean, on some of my listings, where I have it's a condominium, and I've got, you know, 100 pages of minutes. I can bury the whole 100 pages under a button. So, questions?
Like for me, I have a marketing company which do all this stuff for me. Instead of getting a subscription for some site, like
Carry
that
on.
works.
I'm good. I'm not trying to sell you anything.
Yeah, no. Like because I tried one of this before, and because I'm not a tech person a lot, you know, and it's really big headache. So that's why, like, I'm trying to get the job done by someone else.
I have
But
I have my
will try
assistant
this
do it
one
for me.
too. Yeah, I will try this one too, because I haven't tried this one. Yeah.
There's things that this site does that other sites won't do. Like, for instance, the ad pins. The ad pins, you know, for $50 a month,
Mhm.
to run ad pins on top of your listing, to do it like a just listed in the neighborhood and have that run for a whole month, and
Yeah.
put in all the ad words that would drive people to that thing. I mean, now you know, like I used to, I mean, when I sold residential, which I used to do for years, I mean, I would deliver 300 to 500 just listed cards. But then once the cards are in the person's mailbox, that's it, right? I would say still do the cards and then do your ad pins. Because sometimes it takes people 2 or 3 times before they go, you know what, that person sells stuff all over the place here. That's what we should call. Questions, comments? I can't hear you.
I was just gonna ask, do they provide training once you, for it, you know, like you said, that they build it once and
There's
then
a ton of training on an ongoing basis on the platform. And
okay.
the platform also has, yeah, you can actually, yeah, there's training videos to show you how to do stuff.
Mhm.
And
And add your,
anytime, I very seldom show this to people that aren't realtors, but because you know, obviously I'm a realtor, but I show it to other people sometimes, to other businesses. But when I show it to a realtor and the realtor joins, I've got stuff that will take me just a few minutes, doesn't take me much time. And I will show you, I will share my templates with you, which is the biggest thing, and then show you how to change it around to your stuff.
right?
And then all of a sudden you go, this is easy.
And you could do blog posts on this as well?
Sorry, do what?
Blog post?
Oh,
Blog.
absolutely.
Create a
There's,
blog.
there's a blog post button in there. So you can, there's, the site itself makes blogs with stuff that you do. Like listen, I haven't even touched all the things the site does. That I emailed out a list of all the things the site does. With the email invite, yesterday, there was a document that showed like 16 different things that it does. Including it'll do blog posts, it'll do social media posts directly from the site. Like if you're trying to figure out how to get consistent with social media, this thing will produce and make posts for you. The AI you can actually go through the AI setup and train it to know who you are. Because the site's integrated with ChatGPT, it's integrated with Google. And so the amount of things that all I'm giving you today is the brochure. And if it makes sense and to have brochures or digital, how many times do you get calls on your listing from other realtors, the public? Ray, can you send me the info on that property? Like if you text me, y'all got my number, right? It's 604-614-7653. Text me and just say, Ray, send me one of your listings. Any listing. I just want to see it. And literally, I will send that listing to you so fast because I've got it all buried on speed text. I mean, you know what my day is like when I'm wearing my real estate sales hat, my day is send information to realtors and buyers and sellers. And when they get my stuff, I mean, I've got some top commercial guys that I compete with and that I work with in the area. And there's not a one of them. Every time they get one of my brochures, they go, Ray, that's quite the brochure. That's quite the property brochure. You know why they say that? Because you know some of these commercial guys, they give half their commissions away to the office so the office can build all this special stuff from. And what the office is building from sucks compared to what I send them.
I like it. It's a great tool.
It's a heck of a tool. So there was 70 people said they were coming and only a few people showed up. So for everybody that registered, I will email the recording. And I should actually stop the recording, seeing as how we're